Welcome to Loco Gringo, Mexico, the place where we transform a tourist into a traveler, because you deserve to see more of the world than just what's in a guidebook. Each week, we talk with amazing locals who know the Riviera Maya and Yucatan like only a local can, and get them to share their tips and insights on the local scene, culture, and cuisine from a local's perspective. So, pour yourself a margarita, grab a comfy chair, and let's get the show going.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm going to be talking with a good friend of mine, and let me introduce you. This is Ken Schmidt. Hey, Ken, how are you today?
I'm great. And you?
I'm fine, thanks. For everybody who's listening, Ken is a buddy of mine in Playa del Carmen, and we're going to find out a little bit of his story. He came to the Riviera Maya about 8 years ago. And Ken, I'm sure that we've talked about this, but why don't you tell all of our listeners, how did you wind up in Playa del Carmen from Florida?
Well, actually, work brought me here. I own a software company in the United States called Automated Contacts, and my business partner at the time and I had a number of clients across the United States, and we had this one client in Mexico, and we were developing online systems, agent systems, owner systems, reservation systems. And when my partner and I separated, he goes, "Which clients do you want?" And I go, "Well, I'm going to take the Mexico ones because those are the only ones that pay." So that's how it got me here. It started with, I actually had clients all over the United States, and Playa del Carmen, Mexico was a stop I made every month. It started with 2-3 days a month, and then it moved on to a week a month, and eventually over a couple of years, and after the last property was completed, the El Taj Condo Hotel, Mark and Jack, the owners of the company, came to me and said, "Ken, you know nothing about the hospitality industry. You never ran a hotel. You run a software company, and it's time for a career change, and we're going to make you the general manager, CIO, and partner of this hotel group."
That's quite the change from going being a geek in technology and software development to suddenly now you're in the hospitality industry.
Correct. But I still get my geek thing on because I run all the online marketing, Google campaigns, email campaigns. So that's all fun and challenging for me.
Oh, trust me, I love the fact that you're a geek, because I love when we do see each other at cocktail parties and everything like that. You and I are usually the weird ones in the corner talking about some of these geeky types of things. So no, you're one of my favorite geeks on the coast.
Well, thank you very much.
And a fun guy. When you came down 8 years ago and your stay got longer and longer, did you just pack it up and say, "Okay, I'm a full-time resident here in Mexico," or do you go back and forth to the States? I mean, do you consider where's home for you now, here in Mexico?
Yes, Mexico is definitely, I call Mexico home. I'm fortunate that I get to go back to the States on a regular basis. I was very, very fortunate to find a beautiful Mexican woman here a couple of years ago, and we got married, and now I just enjoy being here with her, and she's slowly but surely teaching me Spanish, and she's dragging me to all these beautiful places in Mexico.
Oh, that's wonderful. Wow, you really found a nice treasure with her, and she's a wonderful woman. I know her. Your wife is great, and I enjoyed the company of you both. Now, what keeps you? Do you still keep your hand and have your passion there in the hospitality industry, or is your passion really driven by the beauty of the area, the fun things you and your wife do? What keeps you going every day?
Wow. I love to work, believe it or not. I love working. I love making stuff. I love to wow people in any way I could find. So, I got my hands in many things. I not only run the 5 hotels of Condo Hotels Playa del Carmen, I'm also a partner in the restaurant Plank, which just a few months ago was, what's the word I'm thinking of? The certificate. We got the 5-star certificate.
Congratulations.
One of the only standing restaurants in the Riviera Maya with one of those. I still own a software company in the United States, although it doesn't take very much of my time. And I'm sure you know I'm big into videography, aerial and ground. You see me flying my drone.
I've seen your drone.
If you watch my videos on Ken Mex Productions, you'll see a lot of those videos I make all over the world. I'm even going to step it up even more. I've become good friends and partners along with Matt Hadcup from Del Sol Photography, and we work on this a little project called Mateo Productions. So these are different directions I'm heading in. And then, of course, all that aerial and ground photography does just wonderful for my wife's social media business, which is Be Social Playa del Carmen. And she uses a lot of that material in her stuff, and she's just a rising star when it comes to PR and marketing here in the Riviera Maya.
So now, and I just kept a really short list here. We've got 5 hotels, a restaurant, software, video company, Be Social for social media. Where do you find time to go to the beach and do things in the area?
Well, it's just I combine those. So when I go to the beach, I'm looking at the competition. I'm swimming in the beautiful waters, making videos while I'm swimming around. Just like when I met with you down in
Soliman Bay?
Yeah.
We were down in Soliman Bay.
Yeah, so that was to me my work. I got to go down, have drinks with you, have this wonderful lunch at that beach club.
Yeah, we were at Chimico's. Yep.
Oh, Chimico's was great. We flew around. I supplied you some footage for flying around. Took the drone all over the place. So that's like my work. I just kind of drag it around with me, and I think it's exciting.
It's certainly super fun. I mean, we had a great time in Soliman Bay, and the aerial footage I absolutely love. I think it's really cool. And I'm a kind of a technology equipment geek, so I love all that stuff. Let me ask you this, Ken. You've traveled all over the world. Now, have you seen a lot of Mexico as well?
Bits and pieces, what happened is when we got married a couple of years ago, we went and took a big trip to Europe. So we did all Italy, Greece, and that kind of stuff. And we took the drone with us on that trip. So we did all of that. And then when we came back, we did a lot of, we went to Veracruz to see her family. We went to, the States. I have family on the East Coast. I have family on the West Coast. So we did a lot of that going around. So we didn't really explore much of Mexico other than anything that's fairly close. We still, Copper Canyon is my next to do in Mexico.
So of the things that you've seen, and I know Copper Canyon's pending, do you have a favorite place, or is the Riviera Maya still the cat's meow, so to speak?
Well, I love the Riviera Maya. We got married on Isla Pasión. And we found
where is Isla Pasión?
Isla Pasión is a small island on the north side of Cozumel. It's actually considered Cozumel, but it's labeled separately. It's not owned by the government, so they do separate marketing. It's a destination for day passes. So the cruise ships get moved over there to be able to do day passes during the day, but it's also a place where they do weddings, and we had our wedding there. It was an amazing wedding. It's an island off the grid, and it holds a very special place in my heart because obviously we got married there, and it's an amazing island.
Now, can anybody go there? I mean, is it just a secret spot and you had the connections to get in? Or if I wanted to go over there, or anybody listening wanted to go there, is it possible to do a day trip? Or, if I'm on Cozumel, go there for the afternoon?
Yes, absolutely. They do day passes. They do these half-day day passes. I think they do a morning and an afternoon one. And you take a boat close to the docks at Cozumel. You typically take cruise ship people, but you can do it as a local as well. You go across, get on Cozumel somehow. You get on one of these catamarans that go over to the island, and they have this beautiful beach and food and drink. It's an all-inclusive type of thing, and you're off the grid, and it's an amazing place to go.
Are there a lot of cruise ship people there? I mean, are there some days, is it better to go on the weekend when if there's no ship in port? Are there any little tips on that?
Actually, I don't know. I think the island's not open on Sunday because there is no cruise ships on Sunday. So I believe
The island's closed.
I believe the majority of their business is coming from the cruise ships, but I'm sure there's plenty of locals in it.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll have to check out their website for people. I know I've wanted to go. I've heard about your wedding and have stalked you guys on Facebook and checked out all your photos. They're beautiful. And so I always had a curiosity about it. So I'll definitely have to give it a look for everyone and let them know all the details. So it leads me up to to a lot of what I ask people when they're on our show is some of your secret spots and hidden gems. And so many people, and we've had people who said, oh, I love Escaret. No disrespect to Escaret. They're a great day trip and everything. But there's a lot of cool things I think local or people who visit the area miss out because they're not getting off the main drag, whether that's in Playa del Carmen or Tulum and that. So do you have any inside places that, the little tips that you want to offer to people that, if they come down, that they can experience a more authentic experience than just like walking down the Quinta and seeing some of those really big, stores like Victoria's Secret?
Right. Because I'm an off the grid, I like to, I'm on the grid all the time, and, running in the hospitality, it's 6 days a week. Usually when I get away, it's to get away. So I'll head to Tulum, and I'll take the south destination of Tulum and head all the way down to, what's it called? Rosa, oh my gosh, the name just escaped me. I should have wrote it down before I did it. But there's a beach club all the way almost to Shinkan. There's a beach club down there. It's a beautiful beach club. It's far, so not a lot of people get down to it. So I head there to get off the grid. And then the other place for me to escape is I typically go to Isla Mujeres. I run up to Cancun, either I'll connect up with Zoetry, which is an all-inclusive resort on Isla Mujeres. They'll pick you up on a yacht and bring you across, or you could just take the taxi across. And I like going over on Punta Sur is beautiful, and I recently flew the drone off of Punta Sur, which is the easternmost point of Mexico.
And it's the first place the sun hits Mexico each morning.
There you go. So you helped me finish that whole thing. So that's, again, another great place off the grid. So those are, I don't have, the locally, because I work here every day, I'm a creature of habit. I kind of go to the same places to eat. My good friend David runs Bioorganicos over on 26th. So I eat there on occasion. Obviously, Piola is one of my, once-a-month stops when I'm allowed to have pizza. And, Babe's Noodles is always a great place to go, are always the, my stops, my typical stops that, the locals typically go to.
So why don't you take this opportunity? And because I know it's a great restaurant, and it is also an award-winning restaurant or a certificate-receiving restaurant. Tell us about the Plank. How do you like the restaurant business? What's some of the great things about the Plank, so people can pop in and say, "Hey, I heard Ken on the podcast at Loco Gringo, and I had to check out this restaurant." So why don't you let us know a little bit about the restaurant?
Well, Plank is an amazing restaurant. I'm there. You'll see me there eating at least once a week, always checking everything out. The whole concept of Plank is because everything is cooked either on a cedar plank or on a Himalayan salt plank. And we keep adding great new features. We just added something to the menu. It's like a seafood, it's a seafood soup, and it's got everything in it. It's like a chunky soup. And I've been eating it for the last couple of days because it's brand new and it's just delicious. But there's some other great things when I bring people there that like to eat meat. There is a great experience is to have the prime rib. They bring it to your table and they give you a hot cooking stone. And you can cook the steak to your desire. You can just slam it on there and do a quick 1-2, or you could leave it on there and make it. It's great. I love bringing people there to do that because it's not only eating, but it's an experience. And then you get the food exactly the way you want it.
So that means if I'm not paying attention, I run the potential of overcooking my steak.
Well, it all depends on how many wines you've had. Yes.
No, I just let the kitchen cook it because I know I've had steaks there and it's been absolutely fabulous. So you guys do a great job. I think I'll let you guys continue prepping my food for me and not cook it myself.
So and then of course I'm not a dessert person, but believe it or not, when we opened the restaurant, the pastry chef came out and he goes, "Here, we're gonna put this on the menu. It's carrot cake." And I'm a big carrot cake guy. There's two things I eat: carrot cake and key lime pie. I eat key lime pie when I go to Florida, not here. But the carrot cake, they brought out this carrot cake which looked nothing like carrot cake, and it's in a pool of caramel tequila sauce. It's the Mexican version of carrot cake, and please leave room for it. You have to. You have to have it. I oversell it every single time. We had 20 New York foodies sitting there, and I told them this, and they're like, "Ken, you're really putting that on a pedestal." And I go even better. I'm going to put 2 of them on the table for free, and they ended up ordering 3 more. It's just to die for.
Ooh, it sounds delicious, and it's no cream cheese frosting or any of that traditional stuff, right?
No, it's a carrot cake swimming in a bowl of caramel tequila with a scoop of ice cream on the top.
That's awesome. And you guys, I've been to a couple of events there. You guys do weddings and have weddings or rehearsal dinners. You allow for big groups too, correct?
Correct. Absolutely. If you have any kind of arrangement that you want to host, we can accommodate everything.
All right. Wow. Wonderful. So any other inside little tidbits for us today, Ken, or have I tapped you out on those secret spots of yours?
I think you got me. I don't, but the minute I get off the phone with you and I sit and I have a little glass of wine, I'm going to go, "Oh man, I should have told Kate about this, that." Oh, and I'm a tequila guy, so coming to Mexico is just perfect for me.
So do you have a tequila recommendation? Because, a lot of people, I think a lot of Americans I see here, and both people visiting the area and locals who live here, Don Julio seems to be everybody's most popular beverage of choice. Do you have any other tequila recommendations?
Oh, so I've turned into a mezcal guy. And,
mezcal. Okay.
And I even put mezcal in our hotel now because we used to have tequila. And to me, tequila is like, okay, but mezcal brings it to a whole different level. It's more of it's the wine of tequila. It's something you sip and you enjoy, and there's different flavors and all different price ranges, and to me it's a wine, and it's super.
And so if you're sipping it, prefer it straight up straight up, or do you also make great cocktails with it as well?
No, I'm a straight up kind of guy. I don't typically.
I know you are.
I am.
You are straight up.
I don't want to dilute it.
Okay, that's great. Now, any particular brand that you recommend, or I don't know if brand's the right word on that, manufacturer that you'd say, hey, if you're going to try a mezcal, this is a good one?
Well, there are a couple local companies, and I can't. So one local company, I don't know if you can help me with it. Wow, that's another thing I should have wrote down. But no, I don't. I can't remember what's in our hotel. Wow, that's sad.
Well, if you can get the name of that, drop us an email. We'll include it in our show notes so we can let people look for it. Or maybe better yet, we'll just tell them come and stay with you. and
Absolutely.
they can experience it firsthand. And then they can also walk over and go to the plank and have some carrot cake as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you want to throw in there, if you contact our hotel directly, any of one of our hotels, El Taj, Maya Villa, Puerto Playa, Villa Secpe, or Mahia Beachside, you tell them that you've heard me on this podcast, and we'll give them an extra 10%.
Oh, wow. Thanks. Wow, that's great. And we'll make sure that gets out there on Facebook and everybody, that if they mention that they heard you on the podcast, they get an extra 10%, and that's super. All right. So Ken, if people want to reach you, where is the best place they can reach out to you? I know we talked about Ken Bex. We'll put a link for your videos. They should check out your videos, but what's the best place to track you down?
Wow, Condo Hotels is, 80% of my life. So anytime you want to, Condo Hotels, playadelcarmen.com is any contact from there. Software consulting, you can get a hold of me at automatedcontacts.com. If you need PR and marketing, my wife and I work together with her Be Social Playa del Carmen.mx. So those are just some of the ways you can get a hold of me.
And if anybody listening, if you don't have a pen to jot down some of these names, you can always email me, askkay@locogringo.com, and I'll hook you up with Ken as well. So we can always put you in touch with him, no matter what way you want to choose to do that. Well, Ken, thank you very much. I know it's almost happy hour here in the Riviera Maya.
Oh, what? I already started. Happy
Oh,
hour.
Man. Good for
Happy
you.
Happy hour started when?
Oh, well, I was figuring 5 o'clock. Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I know it's already past that in the East Coast and that. But Ken, I really appreciate you talking to us today.
Well, thank you, Kay. You're always fun to be with, and this was just another great event.
Thanks for listening. If you like the show, be sure to subscribe. For links, show notes, and more information, head on over to locogringo.com or give us a call toll-free at 800-478-0081.
Porque se tragó la luna, estaba enferma la rana. Su madre soba que soba, dedos de pluma la panza. Pensó ranita que luna era una toronja blanca. Y aunque la luna es de leche, la leche estaba cortada. Croa, croa, dedos de pluma. Croa, croa, dedos de agua. Croa, croa.